Ladies and gentlemen, the President of India. Honorable Rashtrapati Ji, Honorable Rajyapal Ji, Most Venerable Vice Presidents of the Ramakrishna Order, Venerable Monks, Nuns of the Order, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Friends, we are all on sacred soil at this point in time. In these very holy precincts, 50 years ago, was born a man who gave man a new name, God, who propagated the values of communal harmony, equality, brotherhood, tolerance across the world, and introduced the spiritual ethos of India to the West. This place also happens to be the vortex of a very small place in North Kolkata, which was home to the Renaissance of Bengal, which played such an important role in the making of the future India. It is therefore fitting, friends, that none other than the Honorable President of India, Shri Pranab Mukherjee, is here, for whose presence we are very grateful, to inaugurate the sesquicentenary of this great man, Swami Vivekananda, this year-long celebrations, and whose teachings, the value of whose teachings, are felt much more than ever before today in the light of so much of intolerance, disharmony, dissension among human beings all over the world. Ladies and gentlemen, we shall now have a Vedic chanting by the Brahmacharins of the training center of the Belur Math.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhetamastu ma vidvishavahai Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Adoraniyan Mahato Maniyan Atma Guhayan Nihitosya Jantoh Tamakratum Pashyati Vita Shoko Dhatuh Prasadaan Mahimanamisham Sapta Pranah Prabhavanti Tasmaat Saptarchishas Samidhas Sapta Jihvah Sapta ime lokayeshu charanti prana guhashayan nihita sapta sapta atas samudra girayascha sarve smatsyantate sindhavas sarvarupah atascha vishwa oshadhayo rasa achayenaisha bhutasthishtatyantaratma Brahma Devanam Padavih Kavinam Rishir Vipranam Mahisho Mriganam Sheno Gridhrana Gusvaditirvana Nagum Somah Pavitra Matyeti Revanna Ajame Kallohita Shukla Krishnam Bhakvim Prajan Janayanti Gum Sarupam अजोह्येको जुषमाणो नुषेते जहात्येनाम् भुक्तभोगामजोऽन्यः अगुंसः शुचिषद्वसुरन्तरिक्षसद्धोता वेदिषददितिर्दुरोणसत् नृषद्वरसदृतसद्व्योमसदब्जा गोजा ऋतजा अद्रिजा ऋतमम् बृहत् न कर्मणा न प्रजया धनेन त्यागेनैके अमृतत्वमानशुः परेण नाकन्निहितम् गुहायाम् बिभ्राजते तद्यतयो विशन्ति वेदान्तविज्ञानसुनिश्चितार्थाः सन्न्यासयोगाद्यतयः शुद्धसत्त्वाः ते ब्रह्मलोके तु परान्तकाले परामृतात् परिमुच्यन्ति सर्वे दह्रम् विपापम् परमेष्मभूतै यत्पुण्डरीकम् पुरमध्यसग्रस्तम् तत्रापि दह्रम् गगनम् विशोकस्तस्मिन् यदन्तस्तदुपासितव्यम् यो वेदादौ स्वरः प्रोक्तो वेदान्ते च प्रतिष्ठितः तस्य प्रकृतिलीनस्य यः परः स महेश्वरः ॐ शान्तिः 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 हरिः ॐ.
With that having set the mood for this morning program, we shall now light 150 lamps marking the 150 years of the birth of Swami Vivekananda. The honors will be done by the Honorable President of India by pressing of the button placed in front of him. And there they are, of course. It's difficult for you to see. So they are at the altar of Sri Ramakrishna, Ma Sarada and Swami Vivekananda. I shall now request General Secretary of the Ramakrishna Math and Ramakrishna Mission, Revered Swami Suhitanandaji, for his welcome address, please.
Respected President, Honorable Governor, monastic members and other distinguished guests. It is a matter of joy to all that the Ramakrishna Math and Ramakrishna Mission celebration of Swami Vivekananda's 150th birthday anniversary is being inaugurated by the President of India, the first citizen, at the birthplace of Swami Vivekananda, which has now become a center of international pilgrimage. This is the blessed house where Narendranath Datta, the future Vivekananda, had many spiritual experiences since his boyhood, and where different remarkable aspects of his personality took shape. When such a personality met Sri Ramakrishna Dev, the latter made him fit to sacrifice himself at the altar of humanity like Jesus Christ. Following this ideal, Ramakrishna Mission, along with the other projects, we started in the middle of 2010 several value-based service projects through 330 units spread across 22 states, having a budget of rupees 50 crore. During the last 2 years, we have also published and distributed 46 lakh copies of value education books on 148 titles in 22 languages, having a budget of rupees 30 crore. We take this opportunity to express our gratitude to the Honorable President of India, who was then the Finance Minister, Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh Ji, and Sri Jawahar Sarkar, who was then the Secretary of Ministry of Culture, for intensely feeling the need for a cultural revolution in India by way of observing the 150th birth anniversary of some of the luminaries of India. The wave that has been generated in the name of Swami Vivekananda should not end up. I would request the Honorable President and the government to continue the project even after 2014 so that they can leave a permanent effect throughout the country. I pray to Swamiji Maharaj to shower his choicest blessings on those who have been inspired by him. Jai Swamiji Maharaj Ji ki Jai.
We shall now felicitate the President of India and the Governor of West Bengal. The honors are being done by Srimad Swami Pranab Ji, Secretary of the Ramakrishna Mission, Swami Vivekananda's Ancestral House. The Honorable Governor of West Bengal, Shri M. Kinaranan. Ladies and gentlemen, 3 years ago, possibly if I'm not right, 3 or 4 years ago, the central government had created this national committee for the celebrations of these two great sons of soil of India, Rabindranath Tagore and Swami Vivekananda, and which was, of course, the president of which was the Honorable Prime Minister of India. And they also had a National Implementation Committee for the celebration of the 150 years of these two great men, and of which the President was the then Finance Minister of India and currently the Honorable President of India, Shri Pranab Mukherjee. It's a pleasure to have him with us. Of that National Implementation Committee is the present Chief Executive Officer of the Prasar Bharati Corporation, Shri Jawahar Sarkar, who is currently a member of the National Implementation Committee of the celebration of the 150 years of Rabindranath Tagore and Swami Vivekananda. We shall now request Shri Jawahar Sarkar for his address, please.
Respected Rashtrapati Ji, respected Rajyapal Ji, respected Vice President, General Secretary, Justice Sen, Justice Ganguly, and most respected members of the audience. It is rarely that we get a day like this in the history of our lives, which we shall cherish. For today we stand on one of the most sacred spots of India and the world, the pilgrimage from where it all began. God has been kind to all of us, and we shall remember this day when we were here together to celebrate it. At the end of it all, we are but instruments of the Almighty. But then some have the energy to become more effective instruments, and I cannot but help mention the role that our Honorable President has taken in the last few years as Chairman of the National Implementation Committee on the celebrations of Rabindranath Tagore, as also Swami Vivekananda. May God give him and all of us the strength to carry on this endeavor. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sri Jawahar Sarkar. We shall now request the Vice-President of the Ramakrishna Math and Ramakrishna Mission, Srimad Swami Smarananandaji Maharaj, for his kind address, please.
Honorable Rashtrapati Ji, Honorable Governor of West Bengal, Mr. Narayanan, and the other dignitaries who are present here, and also the monks and the nuns and other friends. It is a great occasion for us that we are celebrating here, or rather after inauguration by the President. It is a great occasion that we are celebrating the 150th birth anniversary of Swami Vivekananda, who was born in this very place 150 years ago. And no doubt it is a sacred place, because Swami Vivekananda has what he has given to this country is yet to be clearly understood. But many things he had given, particularly his teachings for India as well as the world, is significant. We will have to see that how his teachings can be fulfilled or implemented in this age. We have to think about that in a large way. And our education particularly should be on those lines. Swamiji had emphasized education, universal education, and it is necessary that education should reach every place, everybody. And Swamiji had also emphasized the uplift of the women and the masses. These are some of the things on which Swamiji laid so much emphasis, but still at the same time we should remember that all his teachings came from the very source of all existence. The spiritual aspect of our life had been emphasized by Swamiji. It is through the spirituality and religion which are the backbones of India. Swamiji wanted all transformation to come about through this it has to come through religion and spirituality, because that will bring us the proper ideals before us, the ideals for which one should live. This is something which everybody has to practice. That was our ancient India, which Swamiji called the glorious India. And that glory has to come back to India again. And for that, the ideas of Swamiji should reach every place, everywhere it should go. And already the celebrations of the 150th anniversary has begun in various parts of the country, but we will have to see that it becomes very much useful for the progress of India, and it should bring about the transformation in every heart. And in fact we are very glad and we are thankful that the President of India is here with us, and he has inaugurated these celebrations. So let us hope that these celebrations will begin a spread of Swamiji's ideas, and the government of India has helped us in a big way. All that put together, so it is a great occasion that we are here to participate in this. So I thank you all and will take leave.
Thank you, Srimad Swami Smaranandaji Maharaj, we shall now listen to Srimad Swami Prabhanandaji Maharaj, Vice-President of the Ramakrishna Math and Ramakrishna Mission.
First of all, I offer my salutations at the holy feet of Swamiji Maharaj. Honorable Rashtrapati Ji, Honorable Rajyapal Ji, other dignitaries, monks and nuns, and ladies and gentlemen. I feel proud to mention that Honorable Rashtrapati Ji, in an article published very recently, mentioned Vivekananda appeared like a blazing comet across the sky of our life, full of brilliance and hope for all humanity. And also, I am happy to mention that the famous weekly, The Week, considered Swamiji as an icon of today's India. Today's India, as you know, it has made wonderful progress in certain directions, but at the same time, there are some negative aspects. And to tackle it, it is Swami Vivekananda who is considered as the leader. Among the great thinkers, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose's tribute to Swami Vivekananda touches my heart. He said about Swamiji, quote, reckless in his sacrifices, unceasing in his activity, boundless in his love, profound and versatile in his wisdom, exuberant in his emotions, merciless in his attacks, but yet simple as a child. He was a rare personality in this world of ours. And today, when we are celebrating for the last few years, and will be celebrating also for some time ahead, we know that Swamiji is an awakener of soul, and he is known as an awakener of soul, and Swamiji's living spirit can ignite the heart of our young people. Most of you must be knowing that there are about 50% of the population which are below the age of 25. And these young brothers, they must come forward. They have to respond to the great call that Swami Vivekananda had that time. Not only that, he assured that he will be always with all of them, all of us. So, without taking any further time, I call upon brothers and sisters to respond to Swamiji's call without any kind of hesitation. Swamiji will bless you, I am sure. Many thanks.
Friends, we shall now release 2 commemorative volumes and finally a film entitled Rising India. And the first one is brought out by the Advaita Ashram, the publishing unit of the Ramakrishna Math and Ramakrishna Mission. This is called Vivekananda as the Turning Point, the Rise of a New Spiritual Wave. The honors will be done by the Honorable Governor of West Bengal, Shri M.K. Narayanan, and the copy to be presented to the Honorable President of India. And now a volume brought out by this house, the Ramakrishna Mission Swami Vivekananda's Ancestral House. This is a commemorative volume, and I would now request Swami Purnatmanandaji Maharaj, Secretary of this House, to give a couple of these copies to the Honorable Governor as well. We shall now release a film, and this film is called Rising India. This film has been directed by Shri Arnab Das, and this has been brought out by the Ramakrishna Mission with financial support from the Ministry of Culture, Government of India. Okay. I shall now request the Honorable President of India, Shri Pranab Mukherjee, for his kind address, please.
Honorable Governor, Sri M.K. Narayan, Swami Pranab Maharaj, Swami Smarananda Maharaj, Swami Shwetananda, General Secretary Ramakrishna Math, Swami Gautamananda, respected monks, nuns, in the audience, Justice Ashok Ganguly, Justice Shamul Sen, former Governor of West Bengal, Sri Johar Sarkar, ladies and gentlemen. It's indeed a privilege for me to be present at the same place where 150 years ago a great son of India and perhaps a great visionary of the world, whom British historian Professor Bassam described, we shall have to wait many centuries to have one like him, was born at this very place. I am deeply grateful to Ramakrishna Math and Mission and their office bearers for inviting me to be present on this holy occasion. That today is 6 days after the actual birthday on 12th. Because as Mr. Johar Sarkar has already described to you, a national committee was formed under the chairmanship of Prime Minister of India to celebrate the 150th year of two great sons of India, Rabindranath Tagore and Swami Vivekananda. I had the privilege of being the chairman of the implementation committee along with couple of other distinguished persons, including the Chief Minister of West Bengal, till I served as the Minister in the Government of India. And now that job has been entrusted to Sri A.K. Antony, the Defence Minister. Now it was decided by the Implementation Committee that 12th function should take place at Delhi because it is the national celebration, and as Tagore's 150th year was celebrated in Delhi on 8th May. Therefore, on 12th of this month, there too I had the privilege of formally launching the centenary year in a function attended by the very distinguished personalities like Defence Minister, Cultural Minister, Finance Minister, Communication Minister, Mrs. Sonia Gandhi and many others. But I had the desire that if I could be in Calcutta on this occasion and with the blessings of Thakur and the gracious invitation extended to me by the mission, I am able to pay my homage to this great visionary, great humanist. I am not like to add, because all the persons who are present here know about Swami Vivekananda much more than me. I am still a learner, not even in a position to pick up the pebbles in the shore of vast ocean of knowledge. But the more I read, I am fascinated that in such a short span of life, a man could transform a society which lost self-confidence completely. If we just shut our eyes and take our mind back to 150 years ago, 1863 was very historic and momentous, that decade for India. 1861 Rabindranath was born. 1863 Swami Vivekananda was born. 1869 Mahatma Gandhi was born, just within a decade. But what was the state of affairs? Just 5 years ago, before 1863, 1858, the responsibility of administering India was transferred from a mercantile company, East India Company, to the British sovereign by the Queen Victoria's proclamation. Series of legal enactments, etc. took place. British colonial powers firmly established their control over the territory of India, which was extended at that time, including today's Myanmar, then Burma, today's Sri Lanka, then Ceylon. But people of India, particularly what is known in the history as Young Bengal, completely lost confidence on themselves. I read somewhere Radhanath Sikdar, a pioneer amongst the Young Bengal, who had the distinction of measuring the highest mountain peak of world, Mount Everest. He was working in the Surveyor General's office of India at Dehradun. When he came to Calcutta, during a holiday, he was surprised that some of his friends are talking among themselves in Bengali. And his surprise was that, is this the language worth of talking, exchanging views amongst educated people? When somebody suggested to Michael Madhusudan Dutt to compose blank verse in Bengali language, the response was, is it worth trying? Then he was reminded that Bengali is the daughter of Sanskrit. But his retort was, yes, it is daughter of Sanskrit, but too weak. However, he first made experiment of composing blank verse in Bengali language, and we could get a wonderful epic like Meghnad Badh Kabbu. But the short point which I am trying to drive at, even the educated people who are the proud products of the new Renaissance lost confidence in them. And with the blessings of Thakur, who quietly blessed this nation from Dakshineshwar, and with the inspiration of Swami Vivekananda, who took this gigantic task and shook us vigorously. He was a great traveler, traveled all over India, a large number of countries, and he recognized for the first time and to articulate how could you expect country would develop so long the poor, underprivileged are exploited. Therefore it was appropriate when Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru observed in one of his speech, I could not have the temptation of quoting these few words. Rooted in the past, about Swami Vivekananda, Jawaharlal Nehru is writing, rooted in the past and full of pride in India's prestige, Vivekananda was yet modern in his approach to life's problem and was a kind of bridge between the past of India and her present. Because he could observe and say that every educated Indian is a sinner, because he does not take care of the exploitation of teeming millions at whose cost they have educated themselves. All the quotations which are around us speak of the philosophy which brought back confidence in a shaken nation all over the world, all over the country. Therefore we started, as Jawahar Babu has said, he is one of the architect of this program, but for his cooperation as the then Secretary to the Ministry of Culture, we could not have achieved, because I know personally. In 1995 when I was Foreign Minister, at that point of time I tried to have some memorial at the hall where Swami Vivekananda addressed the world in September 1893. But at that time I could not achieve the success because the local laws stood in the way and we could not overcome it. Thereafter again when I had the privilege of being the Foreign Minister of India, and with the initiatives which Professor Jawahar Sarkar took, Mr. Jawahar Sarkar took, we were able to put the plaque, and with his imagination, if anybody goes and see, he will see the face of Swami Vivekananda, which was their objection because they do not believe and as per their law they don't allow the deification. Not only that, in one of the most prestigious universities of the world, Chicago University, a chair has been established for the study of teachings, philosophies and relevance of Swami Vivekananda. He was relevant then, he is relevant now, and he will continue to be relevant to the human civilization as long as civilization continues. With these words, I pay my respectful homage to this great visionary and son of course I will say, son of Bengal. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for the presence.
We sincerely thank the Honourable President of India, Shri Pranab Mukherjee, for his enlightening words. Friends, we have come to the end of this program, and prior to that, I shall request Swami Gautamanandaji Maharaj, Adhyaksha, Ramakrishna Math, Chennai, to propose a formal vote of thanks.
Respected President, Honorable Governor and friends, on this auspicious occasion, our hearts are filled with utmost joy to have such a courteous gathering assembled here in the name of Swami Vivekananda. Our sincere thanks to Shri Pranab Mukherjee, Honorable President of India, in whom we always found a supporting hand and a great enthusiasm to make this celebration a grand success. Amidst his busy schedule, he readily agreed to attend this function, and we are all overwhelmed with his words of wisdom and inspiring message offered as a tribute to Swami Vivekananda. Our sincere thanks to Sri M.K. Narayanan, Honorable Governor of West Bengal, for his coming and releasing the commemorative volume, the commemorative souvenir, and the film entitled Rising India in this function. Our sincere thanks to Sri Jawahar Sarkar, CEO, Prasar Bharati, New Delhi, for his long-standing support to our cause in the name of Swami Vivekananda and for delivering a nice speech. Our respectful pranam to Srimad Swami Smarananandji Maharaj, our Vice-President of our order, and sincere thanks to Swami Prabhanandji, another Vice-President of our order, for their valuable speeches. We are thankful to the devotees who have assembled here in Swamiji's name and have made this program a success. We also convey our thanks to the Ministry of Culture, Government of India, and Ministry of Culture of West Bengal, the Kolkata Police, the Fire Brigade, the Kolkata Municipal Corporation, the different government agencies connected with this program, the press and the media, the decorators, the light and sound system providers, and the volunteers connected with this program. Once again, thanks to one and all of you for being present here and participating in this memorable function. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, we rise for the national anthem.